Welcome to The Real Wine Show, where a game show meets a talk show all wrapped up in a podcast that's totally obsessed with wine culture. I'm Chad.
And I'm Christy.
And we're here to do our part to engage the wine community both locally and globally, and to have a ton of fun along the way. Our first segment is Spot the Corker, where we'll be reading some wild and possibly made up news stories, and it's up to our panelists to figure out if they're true or totally corked.
Next up is our second segment, the emotive blind tasting. Forget all those fancy, stuffy wine terms like tannins and vintages. We're going to throw them out the window. Instead, we're diving into how wine really makes you feel. Does it spark a memory or perhaps remind you of a song that takes you back? Whatever it is, we want to hear all about it. You won't want to miss the fun, so let's go ahead and dive in.
Let's go.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in today on this
Yeah.
beautiful sunny day. Hopefully the weather is going to be nice for the rest of the week. I'd like to take a little moment and introduce the panel. And Sean, we're going to start with you. Tell us who you are and what your relationship with wine is.
Who am I?
Who are you?
It's a lifelong debate I've had with myself.
Who dat?
New microphone, who dis?
Who dat? Sean Paul Mankowski, born January 10th, 1985.
Oh, excellent. We've got birth.
Sunny beaches of Hollywood,
Social
Florida.
security number is.
The last four digits are.
My passwords are.
Wine professional for about 15 years, wine enthusiast for about the same amount of time, wine student since then and up until present day. Inspired by your co-host, Chad Thomas, so many years ago. No. Now that this
Too
is
much. It's too much.
No, see.
Okay, the last person that sat in that chair said the same thing.
Every time I
are
try
you
to hand him
rig-
his flowers in person, he never allows it. Now that it's recording and he can't back me
think
down,
he's
I'm
rigging
saying
the
it.
gig.
I'm saying it.
I've been around too long. That's the only thing to know about this.
Oh, my child.
Coming around the mountain.
But many years ago, saw a guy like Chad building U.S. wine imports, consistently bringing in great wines, a ton of enthusiasm, passion that's obviously relevant, present here in this room today. So apart from learning facts about wine, business about wine, and all these other things that we have to do to maintain a living in this universe, one thing I always admired about him is there was a philosophy that was undeniable. Still to this day, he's challenging himself. He created this show, the Georgian wine, bringing in, artisan producers. All
Sean,
these,
we love you, but really, it's
all these different things I saw him do.
This is about you, okay?
How's your ego feel, bud?
No, it's too much.
It's too
I had to get it on record.
That's right. Fluff them up a bit.
But given that I was fortunate enough to have great teachers and role models to mirror after, I've found a pretty enjoyable life, both creatively and professionally here in the wine world. But a lot of the thanks goes to guys like him that gave me the right road path to pursue it.
Let me help him out. So Sean is our regional guy for Taub Family Selections. Can we say that?
Yeah, we're that too. We're
Okay,
that too.
let's stay on topic.
I do have a job, but Sunday's my day off, so let's keep it fun. But
yeah, he's like, lighten it up, bud.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're super happy to have you here. I'm excited to. I already think I like you, so it's good.
That's awesome. Well, I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, Sean got juice. Yeah. Mary Davis.
That's me. And now Sean's the one who told me to behave and not make him laugh
don't,
too much.
Don't
Now I have to
listen.
follow
Don't
that.
listen to him. No.
Mary Davis. I am the GM wine buyer over at Takoi. Professionally been doing the wine thing for only a handful of years. I'm definitely the newbie over here in this crowd, I would say.
Newbie, no. Junior, maybe.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that title.
Newbie, no.
But yeah, I've been enjoying wine. I mean, I guess the origin, if we really want to get into it, is 2 for $10 bottles of Barefoot in college with a bendy straw at house parties. But
I love that you included the bendy straw.
yeah, I mean, if they're going to charge you $5 for a cup for a keg of beer that's
You're like,
skunked
fuck that
anyway,
shit.
yeah, no. But when you're, wine part of your life, when you're married to a som, definitely kind of takes over in a sense. For enjoyment and for fun, and it's travel and it's a hobby, and it's the most fun part of my job that I get to enjoy.
And for those who've been on the show, Dan Reinish has
Yes.
been on previously, so you can go back in the archives and see who that Som husband is. That's Dan Reinish. I forget the episode. We don't know, but we'll include that in the notes.
Yeah.
I'll go on record and say Dan is in fact a legend. We've done great work together, Dan and I. You're lucky to have him. Kind of
I
jealous.
say so.
I'm kind
It's
of
okay.
jealous.
And he's lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Now we're outnumbered with male energy So
What's new?
I got you, girl.
Thanks.
Yeah, he was like freaking out the last round because it was all women. And,
Freaking out.
yeah, I could feel your energy, man.
No?
I'm teasing you. That's my job.
Okay. Well, why don't you introduce our next, our final panelist?
Okay, Adam.
Hello.
You're from the South.
The near south.
Tell us about yourself. What
from-
is your relationship with wine?
My relationship with wine, it goes back to the previous century. So definitely the senior member of the panel.
1999?
1999, 1998 really, but that's where it all started. But yeah, we're keeping it.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's where I count it from.
Yeah.
Really? That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Clinton left, I started drinking wine, I guess. That's not true. I just kind of put that together. So I live in Toledo. I lived in California for a long time. That's where I fell in love with wine. And I today have a brokerage called Ampelography. I represent about 15 domestic wineries, 2 importers, cover 5 states, basically Cleveland to Chicago, Traverse City to Louisville.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And why Toledo?
Because it's right in the middle of that territory.
Okay,
No, it's
so-
where I grew up.
Ah.
Yeah, so born and raised, fell in love with AAA size cities,
AAA size baseball?
AAA size baseball.
Are you a Mudhead
Go
guy?
Mud.
Who isn't?
Well, I don't know. A lot of people might not even know who that is. Like what a Mudhen is.
A Mud Hen is a minor league baseball team for the Tigers.
Yeah. They're
So-
amazing.
They're fine.
Did you know?
I did not know
Come
that.
on. I know.
Games are fun.
AAA, I was like, I don't know.
We are doing
Is that
that.
bra
We're gonna
size?
take
I
a
don't know.
Real wine show field trip to a Mudhens game. It's like $10, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you should come. So here's a
ready.
here's a fun Michigan
She's
fact
coming
for
from
you.
Canada.
Somebody from Michigan once told me that Michigan's a peninsula that thinks it's an island. So it's easy to forget all the surrounding actually states that touch it.
There's a lot of truth to that statement. I think.
yeah,
We're
I
a
know.
bunch of dicks, really.
You're just, a narcissistic state surrounded by water. Yeah. But I also love Michigan.
Michigan loves Ohio too, for the record.
No, they do not.
No, yeah, I was like,
Nobody loves Ohio, and most notably people in Ohio.
Toledo's got some like good shit going on there. Like it's you got to look for it, but
Yeah.
it is there and it exists. And so I'm always excited when I meet someone that lives there.
Yeah, because we're downstream of Detroit. All the good stuff or bad stuff gets flows
One or
downstream
the
to
other.
us.
Well, welcome, guys. We're
Jimmy
excited to
Hoffa's
have
pinky
you.
finger.
Perhaps.
It's like, what's
Yeah.
that thing floating in the water? Yeah. Okay, so we're stoked to have you here. Thank you for coming. We're going to dive. Well, actually, first of all, we're going to do a quick glass check. What's everybody drinking? Adam, I'll start with you.
Modalis Riesling.
Ahaha. It's
Yeah.
a Riesling kind of day.
Yeah.
Look at the color of that thing, though. That's a real deep amber. That's amber. I
amber.
think. Is that amber? Is that fair to say?
Peachy.
It's getting there, but I think it's like a 2016 or something.
2016,
isn't it? Is
yeah.
it? Okay, yeah. So it's got some age.
It's a 2016, Mary, it's a 2016 Modalis Riesling.
Correct.
Stop. Okay.
Yep.
No vineyard or nothing.
It's their dry Riesling.
Fenville.
So
Cool.
yeah, out of Fenville.
Yeah.
I think that was the winemaker Andrew. I think it was his first or second vintage.
Cool. And
working
you
on
brought
those.
it, obviously.
Yeah.
Thanks.
They're cool. I love Modalis.
Awesome.
I've got the 2020 St. Innocent Shea Vineyard Pinot Noir, notably fire vintage. They kind of put this out hesitantly just because they had, I think it was like 4 to 7 days of smoke overhang coming from the fires that year. Bottled it, tried it. They've released it with the kind of note that they want it drank quickly.
Interesting.
Not necessarily ageable because the smoke tank can come through farther along in the aging process. They're like, drink it now, have fun with it. But I guess they said at the vineyard, they were blind tasting the 2019, 20, and 21 from like several vineyard sites. And this one still came out top 3 when they were tasting Maca last year, I believe, 2 years
And
ago.
how are you thinking? How do you feel about it right now?
It's incredible. I think it's showing great. It's light and it's fresh. Still feeling you're not getting the smoke. I think it over delivers for sure.
awesome. Sean, what are you drinking?
So what I'm drinking, I also encourage everybody in the room to try, because we are among some of the first in the United States to experience this new
Selling
project.
it up right now. You see that shit?
Yeah.
These are like,
So it's,
I thought it was your day off.
I can still be passionate about the people I represent, you know?
True. Touche.
I speak with conviction.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm an evangelist. But it's from Cororcia. It's a new project of Brunello Montalcino called Lot 1. So this is the son, Santiago Cinzano. So big shoes to fill, coming from the Cinzano dynasty, right? One of Italy's most reputable wine legacies. And one of the wines that is made on this property, the Poggio al Vento, is one of Italy's most iconic wines. And this is his generational take on what he's going to contribute to the family. But it's a really unique project. And the topics may came up, depending on how our conversation goes today. But the iconic wines are two single vineyards, the Stagio and Poggio al Vento, respectively. What Santiago witnessed, with great educational research, about a decade of it, that given the unpredictability of modern climate, that single vineyard, you can't rest on those laurels anymore like you once could before. A specific space is always going to deliver the best fruit to you. But each space, irrespective of what happens in that vintage, can always deliver optimum fruit condition. So lot 1 is basically him identifying the best space of that vintage, given all these different kaleidoscopic circumstances. And
Kaleidoscopic circumstances.
Yeah. And then choosing a wine.
He might need to write some of our
You just got a job. Were you applying for that? Because
choosing a wine from those spaces and really trying to exemplify the optimum condition of said vintage, as opposed to reprising a place that may have not delivered to its previous standard. I thought it was brilliant when he told it to me, so he sent me a bottle as a Christmas gift. And I've been waiting for the right gang to open it with, and how could I not bring it to the Real Wine Show? So everybody grab a glass of it before it expires today, because it's pretty cool.
Well, the lineup here right now is like heavy reds. I only see one white open on the table right now, which is like, what's going on?
it is kind of surprising, isn't it?
There's a bunch over there.
The Cracker Jack box. Wait, what is it called? What do they call the people in the box?
Peanut gallery.
Peanut Gallery, not the Cracker Jack box. I was like, well, you Cracker Jacks over there are really, they're hogging all the whites. Just kidding.
Can I tell a story just about the Cororcia? Because is Paola Tealdi? Is she still?
Yeah.
What's her name?
T80, yeah.
T80?
Yeah.
Okay, is she no L?
I don't believe so.
Okay, anyway, she's still there?
Yeah, she's still there.
Cororcia, I've been on her mailing list longer than, like, that's like the very first mailing list I got on, like, in the wine business. I've been on it since the late 90s, and I swear to God, I still get emails from Paola, like, wow. So someday I have to meet her someday. Can you arrange that, Sean?
So I don't think she does any more United States work.
I just want to meet her, that's all.
But she is
Nothing
still
weird.
very active. She lives in Milan,
Don't
but
believe
very
her.
active in the Italian landscape of the business. But I'll broker a little Facebook group chat, and you guys can set it up from
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it'd be cool to meet
Don't
her.
you have a house in Tuscany or something? You're nearby.
Well, yes, that's true. But it's a little bit of a haul. It's a family house. It's not my house. I mean, it's a family, belongs to the family. But yes, are you ready to jump in with our first true-false question?
I hope so.
I've got it here ready to go. Do you want to read this one, or do you want me to go? What do you want to do?
You go.
How do you feel, Christy?
I want to be the Cracker Jack box.
Okay, then you say I'll start then. Okay, this one is called Corkscrew Calamity. Top LA sommeliers are reeling after a batch of promotional corkscrews handed out by Southern Glacier have been failing spectacularly. Handles are snapping and levers are flying during high-stakes wine service, leading to embarrassment and even some minor injuries. One sommelier described a handle shearing off mid-pull, leading to a cut on their hand, while another helplessly watched a flying fragment strike a shocked guest. The Guild of Los Angeles Sommeliers has filed a class action lawsuit citing negligence. Sean, stop laughing. They're citing negligence and damage to professional reputation. These are real things. Guild President Katarina Dubois emphasized the impact of their members' confidence and client trust. The lawsuit seeks compensation, apology, and replacement. Southern Glacier is reportedly taking the issue seriously, but has yet to comment officially. The saga highlights how Trump's China trade war, restricting the availability of cheap. You guys like how we get there here on this show? We talk about real things. How Trump's China trade war, restricting the availability of cheap knockoffs, may have some beneficial impact on LA's elite wine scene. So, dear panel, have exploding corkscrews brought shame and pain? on LA's sommeliers? This is our question for you to answer.
I mean, I say anyone that's a professional sommelier that's trusting a Southern Glazer-free corkscrew might not be so professional.
Whoa.
That's a heavy hit, right? You know these people are mobbed up, right? And they will come for you.
It's like a sick burn.
I've got nothing to give them.
Didn't they blow up somebody's car like in Vegas?
Not only did they probably billed them back for the
For like this
For
is
whatever-
the cost of the dynamite.
the cost of the dynamite, the insurance policy, the rider. Yeah, the only reason this doesn't sound true is because there's no bill back involved in the conversation.
So what do you think, Adam?
I
Is it
think
true
it's,
that
I think it's
exploding
false.
corkscrews are...
I don't think Southern would give that out.
Ooh, they're that tight. Damn, they're all about the money.
All about the money.
Sean, Mary, where were you guys on the, yeah,
I'm going to lean false
exploding
on this guy
corkscrews?
as well.
Also false. All right.
You know, as much as I kind of want it to be true, because the color of such a story really just put a big fat smile on my face for a lot of different reasons. However, I don't wish to believe that there's any harm done to guests that are enjoying great wine, especially on the service floor. So even though I'm...
What if the corkscrew, I mean,
Even though I
the
maybe-
story is that, they were popping it open and the thing went to bits.
I got it. So even
Humiliating.
if the possibility is there, my hope is that it's false because I don't want anybody to get injured while I'm trying to enjoy a bottle.
Are you going to give him extra points for that? I wouldn't. That's blatant pandering.
He might need to recuse
You
himself
can't
from
buy
this
the
situation.
judge. Stop buying the judge.
Do you guys do any business with Southern?
All right. So everybody's...
I'm not sure who that is.
So you're all false on this story?
Not in Michigan.
I'm going to say false.
All right. It is false. I did make that story up. The reason being is that, I'm a corkscrew. I love corkscrews.
I thought you said you hated corkscrews. But didn't we just have this conversation? Because I was like, let's make corkscrews. And you were like, no one wants a fucking corkscrew. I was like, everyone in the industry wants a corkscrew.
This is me preserving my elitism. I feel like I'm the only one who can really appreciate, and Steve Rusano's here with us in the audience. He knows about my corkscrew fetish. And I was wondering, it can't be so few of us, can it? Do you guys have preference? Everybody uses those cheap, pull tab and pull tab knockoff ones. Do you have, preferences? What do you guys use at home? Do you use a waiter's type at home, or do you use one of the more... Because there's easier ways to open a bottle than a waiter's type corkscrew, right?
No, I'm a dual system, like a double pull. What's it called?
Double
hinge.
hinge.
Yeah, double hinge. I'm a double hinge girl. Die hard.
Yeah.
Have double hinge, will travel.
She curled her lip. You see it? She's like, die hard.
Look at that.
That's, you see it? She's like, die hard.
Obsessed.
But wait a minute. Hold on. There are easy. You don't need any steps at all or
If you
hinges.
give me a rabbit opener, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Oh, they suck.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at, but that's not important
Is
here.
that easier?
Can we let the guests talk?
I mean,
do you guys care? What do you use?
Yeah.
Do you care about your corkscrews?
Yeah.
Do you just use whatever shows up, or how do you do it?
I mean,
Go, Adam, yeah.
I can use anything, but I prefer a waiter corkscrew. It's just what I grew up on, what I'm fastest with. So
Yeah.
Same.
Use most often.
And similar to sunglasses, it's like you keep that $4 pair for 30 years. You couldn't lose them if you tried.
Yeah.
But the one time you treat yourself and buy a $300 pair, they don't last the vacation that you bought them for. You forget them somewhere or whatever.
Oh,
or TSA gets it.
Yeah.
I
So
use
some years
my-
ago, Chad gave me a
That's
code
true.
38, when he was representing him. And it was the coolest thing in the world. I was so proud of it, and I would wear it on my belt and the whole 9 yards.
Did
and
you lose that?
I had it at a trade show, not a trade show, but a fundraising event where I was working a wine table. And naturally, you have your wine key on the table, and you're talking to guests and things like that. And one moment, I looked down to open up the next bottle, and somebody had swiped it.
Some perp vicked it.
Yep. So now I'm like that 99-cent lighter at the gas station counter type of wine key dude. You know what I mean? I just get the one that no one's going to take from me.
It might just be the wine key distribution system, like the cat distribution system. Just wine keys find the people that are worthy of.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry, Sean. That's two. I'm done.
Hey, jeez.
I'm sorry.
A little below the belt there, bro.
Sorry, you're not even working today.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah, I had the first professional, we'll call it professional loosely, wine key that I bought for a serving job where I was like, oh, I have to open wine sometimes. A $5 from a local wine shop. And I think that lasted me 6 years. I think it's still in my house somewhere.
That's like a record.
Yeah, it's still in my house somewhere, but that was the trustiest wine key I've ever had in my life was like the $6 one
Oh yeah.
from a random Kalamazoo wine shop in 2015 that I bought.
That's amazing.
We just moved and we, went through all the bar stuff, and I found like 3 corkscrews from wineries that are like long out of business. It's, it's kind of funny that that's the remnant,
Yeah, they are more useful than like just keeping empty bottles around.
Right,
And
right.
So there is something for the promotional corkscrew to be said.
for sure.
So, do you want to hit these folks with another true/false question, and then we'll, make sure we'll do a glass check after that and make sure they're drinking, because the show gets better when they're drinking.
So that's a hint, guys.
Yeah.
If you need white, just ask the Cracker Jack box. They'll hook you up. All right, this next segment is going to be called Pop It. Pop It. Oregon sparkling wine sales are surging, and the producers are following suit. The Oregon Wine Board in 2023 census found that sparkling accounts for 8 to 10% of the state's total case sales, and that 110 wineries are producing up to 60% over the previous year. Bam. According to the 130-year-old Union de Maison de Champagne, sparkling wine stimulates all our senses: hearing, sight, smell, and taste, even touch. I would like to know more about that. And how the bubbles dance on our tongue. But what's driving the Oregon's success? That's a good question. Customers crush facilities like Radiant Sparkling Wine Company are making a complex process accessible to smaller producers. Plus, Oregon's dominant grape, Pinot Noir, the same as in Champagne, provides a natural advantage. Can dedicating sparkling houses in Oregon, as in Champagne, build a 300-year-long legacy, do you think? With major players like Domaine Willamette investing in biodynamic production, Oregon's bubbly ambitions appear set to last. Party on, is what they say. So, are bubbles surging in Oregon? And are they set to do a 300-long legacy? History.
I'll jump in, and I like to think that a lot of the tangibles that you mentioned make perfect sense, right? Champagne variety seems to thrive there. Not only Pinot Noir, but also great Chardonnay, coming from Oregon. Seems like the wine culture out there, where California could, and especially just as a whole, and very general thought, is commercially driven. Where Oregon, in my opinion, has always maintained something that was explorative and innovative, right? So it'd only be a natural progression that some great producers would set a tone that it's possible, and then some of the explorative next generation producers would jump into that and participate. So I'm going to go ahead and say, even with all of that colorful verbiage that you use to get my nose off the scent, that this might be a true story.
I'm going to have to agree. Honestly, going back to the St. Innocent wines, the winemaker there talked about sparkling wine being one of his inspirations for getting into wine in the first place. And again, with the varietals growing in that region, 300 years, we'll see what happens with
We will
climate
see.
change.
I don't know about you, but
what's left on the West Coast. in the
We're
next
not going to score
300
too heavily
years,
on that
but,
projection part. Like,
but
300,
yeah.
that's a long way out.
But I think I'll lean true on that as well.
Yeah, I think it's true. Also, there's a small personal connection in that story. Radian, the general manager, is Thomas Hausman, who used to be a Michigan winemaker at Two Lads.
Yeah, he was up here for a little bit.
Yeah, and then prior to that, he was at Anime. And I actually spoke to him last week, and they just got bought by another company, and there's a lot of growth on the horizon. And
Wait, are you able to divulge the name of that other company? Or
it was in Wine Business Daily. I just forgot the name
Okay,
because, some, boring name, I would say. No offense to the people that named it. I think that the thing that Radian and other companies are doing, which is basically providing a backbone of support to allow anybody, a St. Innocent or anybody like them, to make a sparkling wine without having to have the gyro palettes and all the equipment it takes. Yeah, you can outsource it. You can do it a little bit cheaper, more streamlined professionally, and bring product to market. So yeah, there's upside to it. And La Marca changed everything.
So you're all saying true, right? Well,
Yes.
you're all very correct. Great. Well done, well done, well done. I have a follow-up, though. And I just kind of want to, it is based off of what is kind of written here, but what do you think is driving it? Do you think the environment is driving it, or do you think that trend of sparkling wine is driving it? Or marketing?
I think it's a little bit, I think it's all of it. I mean, I think the marketing behind sparkling wine, I think people leaning, I think a younger crowd leaning into champagne and sparkling wine a lot more, I think could potentially be driving that. And also just cost. Champagne's always going to be higher priced, but if you can get similar quality sparkling domestically that's not as expensive and more accessible, then I think that could be part of the drive behind it as well. And if it's yummy, it's yummy, you know?
Are you guys actively involved in Oregon sparkling wines? Do any of you deal with it regularly or interact with it regularly?
Not regularly.
'Cause that's the thing
yeah.
is I don't.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I have never. So I mean, I believe that this is a thing for sure, but
And it could be I feel like a lot of times when there are things that are wine trends that are starting in a specific place, the concentration is there and it takes a little while for it to divulge into the rest of the world. And so maybe that's what it is, because we're so used to Oregon Pinots and things like that where it may not have the spread or the interest yet in the rest of the country, but it could get there. But the people in Oregon are maybe holding it tight too, because they're like, we know the secret, then we don't want to let the rest of the
that's
country
kind of what
have
I'm
it. Yeah.
thinking. I mean, sparkling wine is a long game, right?
Yeah.
And so, is it going to ever infiltrate here, or is it just going to sort of stay regionally or West Coasty?
It's coming. I mean, I spoke to somebody like a couple months ago that's starting a sparkling wine only house at the base of Mount Hood, I think. So northern, a little bit further east from Willamette and Portland, but sort of along the Columbia River. There's, some vineyards up there, a little higher elevation that they're really bullish on. And I think the other thing in Oregon is it's got this Algonquin roundtable effect where the whole community buys into these ideas, and they do a lot of communal sharing, both of ideas and products and processes. And so that's what has helped Oregon accelerate to where it has. We're kind of took over sort of being the Pinot region in the U.S. now in the last 15 years, really, even though the groundwork was laid, but they've been working on it and all of a sudden it accelerated. So I think they got the capability kind of laid dormant and then all of a sudden explode. So I think it's coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember quite well, years ago, Argyle was doing sparkling wine, and they had some good market penetration, here in Michigan, 20 years ago.
Right.
So, yeah, I think there's an indication that, as you say, what'd you call it? Algonquin
roundtable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that Dorothy Parker thing.
No. She said this in the.
She was part of the.
She was at the Algonquin roundtable.
This is sort of there's a movie in the 90s. You guys don't remember this movie?
I don't.
It's,
what was it called?
Dorothy Parker and the Vicious Circle, I want to say.
Oh, really? I don't know it.
With
really?
Jennifer Jason Leigh, I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on all of this, but that's off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Dorothy, yeah. She was Post or New York Times? Washington?
It's before my time.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah. All right. Cool. The truth of the story is what? We did that already.
It's true.
We're talking. Sorry.
Is that it is
This is a good time. Yeah.
I just wanted to know what people thought. Is it a Trump thing, or I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it up again. The
tariff thing.
the tariff thing.
Yeah.
This is feeding into some of his theories, right? We have what?
Is anybody else following this? I don't understand.
The
Mary
domestic.
followed me for sure.
Okay, Mary is, but
Female power.
okay. Well, somebody explain it to me.
Okay, Mary, it's all you, girl.
The domestic desire for sparkling wine versus importing fear of tariffs costs XYZ, with Oregon sparkling versus Champagne imported sparkling, why we could see the growth.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, for example, if Champagne were to start costing it already costs kind of mad money.
Yeah.
But if it goes even higher,
Yeah.
people are going to look for alternatives, and ergo, Oregon.
I don't know though,
Am I
because
following that right?
but when you think
That's
about
his theory behind.
a nice
For a certain-
a nice threshold of champagne, right? When we think about some of not necessarily the industrial producers, but kind of like those cool sweet spot non-vintage producers. We see a bunch of them. AHD's doing a great job here locally with Champagne Lallier and Coutier, and their book with Vintage 59 that they work with. And so you can buy pretty darn good quality south of $60 retail, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about the best domestically produced sparkling wines as of right now, I think I'd favor into. I love how you mentioned Argyle, and then Roland Sproles, who was very instrumental in development of Argyle, went on to make his own thing, the Rocco wines, and he did Metoda Classical wines or Method Champenois wines. Schramsberg comes to mind. So already the pricing, and I think the American wineries have a nice vantage point to level up and keep their pricing in sync. They're not trying to be like, oh, well, we're just as good but less expensive. Hey, if they're getting $60, we're getting $60 on our own turf too. So I don't think there's going to be some sort of a shift in, well, champagne just got too expensive, so now I'm going to start drinking domestic wine. I think people either do or they don't, and the quality is aligned. So, and I don't want to think that Donald Trump has any sort of impact into the things that I enjoy in my life. So I'm just going to refute that right away, man. Even if it's true, I'm not going to let it happen, man.
Sean, have you heard about tariffs?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I don't work for a 99.9% import company. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Never dealt with a spreadsheet. No.
Of course.
No
Of course. Of course.
Crazy. Okay, so let's cleanse our palate and have a glass check, yeah?
Oh, yeah, because that's what happened to me. That's why I lost track of the conversation. I got up to pick up some of that cold Dorcha Brunello, and I got messed up. So, yeah, glass check, folks. Who wants to kick in with what you're sipping on? What do you think of it?
I have the Claudinel Blanc de Noir from Anne-Claude Leflevre, which is Blanc de Noir from Cabernet Franc. And it is killer. It's very good.
I just switched over the Coast 2016 Cerasuolo di Vittoria. We've got 2 coasts on the table. But yeah, it was
indulgent.
Yeah, hiding in the basement and curious what this would look like with a little bit of damn near 10 years of age on it.
That's a Cerasuolo you have in your glass right now? Wow.
I know.
Aren't Cerasuolos usually like rosés?
Typically.
No. So you're thinking Cerasuolo di Abruzzo?
Yeah.
Which is a DOC for Rosé Montepulciano. Cerasuolo di Vittoria, it's Sicilian.
You're right. Frappato.
Nero d'Avola.
Yeah.
Oh, the blend, right? Frappato Nero blend.
Yeah, I think the DOCG requires minimum 60% Nero d'Avola.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
But we've got, a couple side by sides.
And how's it drinking though?
Drinking great.
Do you think it needs more air?
We opened it a little bit ago when we first got here, so I think it's drinking better now than it was when we first arrived and opened it. But she's yummy. She's cute.
No doubt.
She's cute.
In that spirit, so I tasted that wine earlier and was fascinated. So now I'm on to their Frappato, which is equally as fascinating, obviously stylistically incredibly different, but for these early days of spring, something that's just a little vibrant, juicy, good acid.
Is she also cute?
Oh, it's damn good looking, bro. Damn good looking, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Steve said earlier it's drinking like strawberries, and he's not wrong. It's like, smell it.
I'm sorry. Oh my God! What?
Right?
Sean,
It smells like a strawberry tea or a strawberry
it's insane.
it's almost like potpourri.
Yeah, it's wild.
cycle onto it.
Okay, should we do a quick points situation?
Yeah, put these people on fear, so they know they got to work.
I mean, we've got it at the meet, and this kind of happened last time too. So we're smack in the middle with a tie for 2 and 3. Okay, not first place. Mary, you're in first place.
Great.
That's you got it in the bag. Sean and Adam, you guys are tied for 2 and 3. So you gotta, step up your game.
I'm not working today.
It's my day off.
It's Sunday.
It's our day off.
We're all within like 200 points. Sometimes I score like 1,000 points. Sometimes I score like 100 points. So
Yeah,
again, it's subjective.
you're a little miserly this afternoon. What's going on?
Was it whose line is it anyway, where the points are made up and whatever doesn't matter? Is that what it was?
I think
One of
so,
those-
yeah.
That's
yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
correct. That's
That's
exactly
great. Great show.
Arbitrarily scientific.
They gotta bring that back.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
It didn't go over very well in the last panel, but
Yeah, but we'll give you some opportunities here, and if you're ready for the next story, you can up your standing on the board. So this one is called Cryptovino. Cryptovino. A remarkable discovery in 2019 made by a family renovating their home in the Spanish town of Carmona has just been confirmed as the oldest wine discovery in liquid form. The find was totally unexpected. A sealed Roman tomb carved into rock and untouched for nearly 2,000 years. Inside the tomb, archaeologists found 6 cremation urns. In one, nestled amongst cremated bones and a gold ring, was a glass vessel filled to the brim with a reddish-brown liquid. It wasn't water from outside. Everything else was dry with no signs of water intrusion. Now, 5 years later, scientists have declared that the reddish liquid is ancient Roman wine, the oldest ever found. Chemical analysis revealed it to have been originally a white wine with 7 polyphenol markers, showing it was very similar to the modern wines of Andalusia like Montilla Moriles, Sanlúcar de Barrameda, and Jerez. This is the first time scientists have chemically studied Roman wine in its original liquid state. Until now, research on ancient wines relied on dried residues or absorbed traces in clay pots. This find provides the unique opportunity to directly compare the chemical evolution of wine across millennia, and may also point to the next wine trend. Crypt contact white, anyone? Okay. On that dead note, the question to the panel: has liquid Roman wine been found in Spain? That's our question. I thought Crypt, just in my defense, I
I'll
thought
jump
Crypt
in.
contact white was pretty good.
And then I started.
That could be a hot
Do
thing.
you remember that show, Tales from the Crypt?
Oh yeah,
And like
the
that
Crypt
little
Keeper?
long hair little thing. Like, as soon as you said that, like I saw that scary guy. Was petrified as I was, like sneaking around on HBO when I was a kid when I wasn't supposed to be, and like watch that show, you know.
Like if that guy handed you a glass of wine and was like, drink it, would you be like, yeah? I don't know.
It depends on how many glasses you've had before.
Right?
Exactly. It really depends on that.
Right? I'm going to lean into the validity of this story because I think it was only due time, the further we dig into redefining our past, archaeologically, etc., that it was, we're due for an encounter of something that still had a little bit of life in it, i.e. the wine, still, booze, etc. Now, sadly, I'm sure if they opened to explore and test, it may have lost something, evaporated quickly, maybe disappeared right into thin air. But,
This guy's got his own sound effects.
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Born to be a podcast.
But what I'm really, really interested in is if the liquid was still in the jar when they opened up the thing, like did his eyes open or does his toe start wiggling a little bit? You know what I mean? Because that would make me truthfully believe that there might be a future for crypt contact wine.
I'm
right?
sorry, the news story does not address that.
But I'm rolling with true, man. I like letting my imagination run, and it's too good to check out, man. True story.
All right, true story from Sean.
I want it to be true. I really do. Because the social studies teacher in me wants this discovery to be true because it ties so many of my worlds.
Mary, would you taste that stuff? If somebody said to you, we found some
s-
ancient wine in a Roman crypt.
I'd smell it. But I don't know
I'd
if I'd
drink
go
it.
farther than that. Yeah,
I'd go for it.
I would watch you drink it and see what happened
Absolutely.
first.
I'd have to. I would have to.
It was in a cremation urn. No big deal. Take a sip.
Reddish brown liquid. Oh, see what happens.
Wasn't it like Keith? It was Keith Richards that like snorted his father's ashes.
Yeah, I think so.
Who's got Spanish descent here?
Hola.
All right, Adam, where are you on this story?
wait,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to say true. I want it to
Okay.
be true. I'm
I
going
thought
to say
you wanted to
the
believe.
optimist in me is going to say true.
Okay. Sorry. Now we're back to you.
It's true. And the reason I think it's true is because I think I read that article.
Okay.
So,
Thank
sorry.
you for going last.
Yeah, no problem.
It is true.
All right.
It is a true story. It's a
Look at
remarkable story. But yeah, these people, they found it was all sealed up. And I guess because of the, environmental conditions, right? It was subterranean, the humidity was perfectly balanced. And so the stuff did not evaporate, which is insane. Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
And unsulfured, probably.
It was probably also unsulfured.
Interesting point.
No sulfur added.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was radical.
Natural
I thought
wine
that
for
was
the
pretty
morning.
cool.
How do you say that in Roman Latin? No sulfur added. Is there a term for natty wine?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I wondered. I'm like, dang, it's liquid. Somebody could have tasted that.
Also, how thick was that liquid? How
I don't know.
reduced?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't know.
So you like paste it onto your
Yeah.
your pressure points. You know what I mean?
And then what was it? What was the descriptor of the color again? Like
Reddish.
reddish
brown.
That's pretty good.
Is it
Originally a white
rusty
wine.
water? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Originally a white
Right.
wine that became reddish brown.
Well, I mean, all wine
what-
goes to
so,
brown,
yeah.
right?
Was it in
Yeah.
terracotta?
Isn't it crypt?
The story doesn't say what the vessel, the cremation urn, what
It's
it was
like
made
glass,
out of,
isn't it? Didn't you say glass? Did I miss that?
but no, it said it was in a.
Was it in a glass vessel?
Okay, so there were 6 cremation urns, and there was a glass
point, yeah.
vessel filled to the brim. So yeah, extra points, Rad.
On my day off.
I wanted to ask you folks, though. So one of the things that was fascinating to me, and Mary, you kind of addressed this already, that part of history and wine. Like, where do you score that? Like, how important is it? Scale of 1 to 10, let's say. How important is the history of wine to your enjoyment of wine?
I think it's the stories. It's the background, it's the people, it's how these, especially like how the grapes got to that place. And if it's, from transplantation from, it was this country that originally claimed this territory and they came from this place, or especially when you see things like grapes that are lost to history and then modern day someone discovers, like you hear stories in Mexico where people are discovering grape varietals in Mexico that were brought over from Spain, from missionaries in, the 18th century or something.
Or earlier, like
Yeah,
1500s.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the kind of, it doesn't necessarily always change my mind on what the wine is or how it tastes, but the story behind it is always fun. I taught social studies and was a history teacher for 1 year, 1 solid year. But
That was a previous life.
yeah, very much so. But the most kind of entertaining way to teach people about history is teaching it as a story. And I forget who the author was, but I had this book that I would use, and I would make my 10th graders sit in like a little circle around my feet, and we would do story time, but it was history stories, but just written in a different sense. And so communicating
With 10th graders?
with 10th graders. Yeah.
How did that work out?
Oh, it was great. It was because we would take
That's pretty old.
yeah, because they absorbed it better that way when it was told to them like a story instead of like reading a textbook. But if you read it to them like a story.
Yeah, well, we're all just kids in the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
grown-ups, right? That's how we want it to be.
But looking at the history of wine and grapes and things in that sense, I think makes it more fun and relatable sometimes.
I couldn't agree more. I really love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the stories behind the wines are really the most exciting part. I mean,
It's delicious.
so it's fun to drink.
Yeah.
It's exciting to talk about. But there is, like, when you really start diving in and you really start understanding, especially the history of it, it's like, you could go on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I think to me, it's like a 9 out of 10 importance.
There we go.
Yeah.
History plus narrative. I think it does kind of,
That's okay, Mary.
I mean,
Forgot
you
the
can't
number.
separate-
No, it was,
Forever got the score.
it was an important.
Did you say 8?
It was an important.
No, I didn't
story.
say any number.
Oh, in my mind, that was an 8.
Yeah. I would say between 9 and 10. I'd
Oh,
go right
between
there.
9 and 10.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I ditched that number completely in my mind.
So mine's between 9.5 and 10. No, I think, the narrative and the history are so intertwined, and it makes it, to me, it's so interesting because, before we really had the sharing of written language, before we had, any electronic communication, this stuff, this knowledge was everywhere. It was on every continent basically 150 years ago. They weren't talking to each other. Some people traveled back and forth, but this is sort of learned everywhere individually. So, and then there's also the standing on the shoulders of giants and the people that came before you. But it's kind of like that. What's that called? Where evolution makes a bunch of different animals that look the same but aren't related. Convergent evolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Like you have the wine industry or the wine world.
Yeah.
It's convergent evolution on almost every continent, right? Ultimately, they figured out the same things.
Yeah.
So I think it's an amazing part. So
Sean, what would wine look like if it was just made in a lab and had no, like, what if you could make all these flavors and? Would it be as interesting to you? Would you like it as much as you do?
Absolutely not. It would look like, shiny foil wrapper, 69-cent yellow tag at the gas station behind
it's
the
like that already exists.
Well, there certainly is, and it's kind of scaring, right? But, to go back to their point, like I firmly agree, 9.5, 10 out of 10, right? It's funny, my own little wine journey. We were speaking about musical past also, where when I started playing music, learning music, I grew up on a lot of the classics from those eras. My dad's a big jazz guy from Detroit. My mom grew up on the East Coast, so the Springsteens of the world and all that great rock and roll that was coming out of there. And then those could be traced back to some originals. And then I went through like my adolescent learning and listening to music phase, where like the only bands I would listen to are the bands that you'd never heard of, right? You know what I mean? I think I did a little
natural rebel.
I think I did a little bit of that with my wine for some time too. I was only buying and selling and talking about the wines that like 3.1 cases were available in Michigan, et cetera, all that stuff. And then, kind of went full circle, right? This holistic little thing where I find myself recently listening to Elvis's radio on my Sirius all the time, dude, and loving that music and the stories, these interviews I've been listening to of Elvis Presley. And then I think about a lot of my favorite artists, right, kind of came from that gospel, came from Elvis, turned into rock and roll that I know of, right? Okay. And honestly, that is an attribution to the wines I selected to bring today, because I wanted to bring classics, right? Because without the Trimbachs, who, mind you, next year is 400 years as a Trimbach family making wine, the Cinzano dynasty for centuries as well, and without those staples that have really stood the test of time, the world wars, the inflations and the presidents and every single thing that came, in between their life cycle. And without them, we have no real benchmark to grow from. And you can kind of trace those trees all back to these core things that no matter how good you are, you can't take anything away from, right? And I think it's a very, very important part of, growing a business is always reminding yourself consistently where it all started, right?
Yeah, for sure. And also, just to kind of springboard off that story, I want to say thanks to you two for hooking us up, and any listeners who might want to catch up on Trimbach.
Oh,
that was our very first 10 minutes, 10 questions segment. Was with
on Trimbach.
Yes. So thank you for arranging that. That was.
And to that point, anybody in the room and listeners, mark your calendars. June 24th. It's a Tuesday, and she'll be back in Detroit for a brief little flash, but probably the best part of the day from 2 to 5 on the rooftop of the Book Tower at Campers. We're doing a Trimbach trade.
Campers, okay.
Yeah, so
never a day off.
So we're, right. But you get to taste about 15 different wines and meet generation number 13, and she's a ton of fun to hang with. Great view of the city, and it'll be sunny June afternoon. So anybody, you don't have to be a buyer to come and hang out. If you're as long as you're interested, come and be a part of the afternoon, because it's going to be a really special day.
Oh, I'll try to get down there. What was the day again?
June 24th.
Oh, damn, I'm gone. Shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. I'll be enjoying Italy at that time. Sorry.
I feel so bad for you. Oh,
I know.
You're going to be sweating your tail off is what's going to be happening.
Yeah. That's all right. Cool. So let's do, I think it's time to transition into the wine ciphers. What do you think?
Cipher it up, baby.
Let's cipher it up. So we're going to give you a tasting note, a written, published tasting note, and then we're going to ask you to choose from one of 4 selections, and then that is describes that wine, or that is the wine that's being. What's the word I want to use? You're going to pick from one of 4 wines that you think the description that matches the description. Thank you, Jesus. I am drunk. What? There's too much alcohol in that Cold Orchard, by the way. Okay, this is the tasting note. Are you ready? Here we go. This yellow jumpsuited April O'Neil fending off Foot Clan goons inside an old-timey ice cream parlor. She's wielding gallons of caramelized pear and lemon sorbet, throwing brown, sugary, smooth roundhouses just like Raph showed her. She sends one stumbling backwards into a tub of apricot gelato, another flying theatrically into the jars of pineapple bubblegum, a third flipping onto the shelf of peach Jolly Ranchers. And when Leo radios to say they're on their way, she tells him, don't bother.
God, this is what I hate about wine. I hate this kind of stuff, man.
That's the tasting note. You guys got it?
This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, right?
I don't know.
That's what that is, right? April O'Neil.
Is that?
Leo?
I didn't know. I didn't know if it was Kill Bill. I didn't know what it was. I didn't.
April
I
O'Neil,
don't write
right?
these.
You're too young.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you're
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Sorry, you're not too young. You're perfect.
Okay. Teenage Mutant. That's it.
I'll take it.
The Foot
I
Clan.
don't think I have a choice.
Being young is good.
Foot Clan. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Okay. Yeah. So a yellow jumpsuited April O'Neil is what we're talking about here. Is that wine the Beringer Main and Vine Chenin Blanc, California appellation? Is it the Herman Story Viognier out of Santa Barbara County called Tomboy? Is it the Union Sacra Gewürztraminer from Lomo del Rey Vineyard in Monterey? Or is it the brand Electric Chardonnay Acid Test out of Pfalz? Those are our choices. So brand Electric Chardonnay Acid Test, Union Sacra Gewürz, Herman Story Viognier, or Beringer Chenin Blanc. And just to recap the tasting note, this is yellow jumpsuited April O'Neil fending off Foot Clan goons inside an old-timey ice cream parlor. She's wielding gallons of caramelized pear and lemon sorbet, throwing brown, sugary, smooth roundhouses, just like Raph showed her. She sends one stumbling backwards into a tub of apricot gelato, another flying theatrically into jars of pineapple bubblegum, a third flipping into a shelf of peach Jolly Ranchers. And when Leo radios to say they're on their way, she tells him, don't bother. Whew, that's a dope-ass wine. We definitely need some of these sound effects on here, like psh,
Yeah.
kapow.
Who wrote that?
I don't have it. Information here.
that feels important.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Chad wrote it.
I don't know who. April
No,
O'Neil
I
is.
do know. I do know. This came from the producer's website.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So that should tell you right. That's
That-
like a big hint, I think.
Yeah. All right.
I'll jump in.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
So that's an incredibly suggestive tasting note, right? And there was a lot of content that got added far, far away from wine to want to either A, make you interested in it if you may not be, and two, hopefully you enjoy it because you may not. You know, it was pretty wild.
Crapshoot.
You got a problem with pineapple bubblegum?
I have no idea what that is.
I was like, I've never had apricot gelato.
But given the creativity behind it, there was also a lot of fun happening, and I like the suggestive nature of trying to put something into a place where most people could relate to it, to maybe not pigeonhole their interpretation into something they were previously taught and probably true, but have had a hard time letting go of, i.e. Gewürztraminer, which to me has always been one of the most misunderstood and misinterpreted varieties that, when done well, can be electric and fascinating and always tons of fun.
In fact,
I'm trapping myself into that Gewürztraminer.
okay, the Gewürz was the Union Sacra from Lomo del Rey Vineyard in Monterey County. All right. Mary?
I'm trying to. Did you say the Viognier was called Tomboy?
That's right, from
I-
Herman's Story in Santa Barbara
I
County.
feel like I'm leaning into the marketing aspect of that and the fun modern interpretation of what a tomboy is. And it's a yellow overall clad April coming in and kicking ass. And I feel like from a marketing sense, especially when you're talking about getting people to drink a wine they may not drink, especially, I kind of want to lean with the Viognier.
Strategic.
So
There you go.
You
When
look
you
like
said it was on-
something.
So when you said the producer website, that solidified it for me. I was between the faults, but
The brand Electric Chardonnay
yeah,
Acid Test.
doesn't feel like a German wrote that tasting note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I know you in Sacre pretty well. Those are pretty lean, and it's Monterey, so I don't think that feels like that it fits. So for me, Herman Story, they make 16% alcohol wines. Proudly, they're over the top. They're very
That's an over-the-top note. I would
yeah.
say.
So it kind of fits all. I've never had this wine, but also Viognier and bubblegum. To me, that's
Yeah.
a real typical tasting note.
Okay.
So that's my take.
Okay, so 2 Herman stories and 1 Union Sakura. The truth is that this is a Herman Story Viognier Santa Barbara County Tomboy tasting note from the website of Herman Story. So, yeah, kind of wild stuff. I haven't had those wines, so I don't know them. Do you guys know them? I don't know them either. So, but good putting
Now
it together.
I want to.
Yeah. Well, I
For
think
research
you.
purposes.
Do they make a Raphael as well?
Are you gonna
'Cause
go
I
and,
kinda want
fight
one.
someone after you drink it?
I mean, maybe.
like get a little outfit on.
No,
See, Chad,
I've got
Chad didn't
I've
know
got 4 sisters.
Go
you
stick
know?
up the gelato store.
Yeah.
It felt, if you experienced Halloween, maybe you would have been tapped more into this.
I also feel like I'm a little behind the ninja. I mean, I'm a little after the Ninja Turtle. I was too old. Me too. You knew it. I didn't know it.
You can't be after the Ninja Turtles.
What do you mean?
You lived at the same time as they did. You just.
But
didn't
I
notice
know,
it.
but I mean, like, I wasn't too old to be doing like
You might not have been focused on the right thing.
greasy kid stuff.
Greasy kid things.
You're channeling your father.
I'm telling my dad. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god! All right.
Cool. So let's move on then and get away from again. Why is it always devolve into like a child therapy session? I don't know what this is going on.
That's some repressed feelings. You were like, oh, I'm too old for Ninja Turtles. Like they've been around for forever in our lifetime.
I understand that, but I just like it's like a kid's cartoony thing. I also don't watch Marvel movies. Just so everybody, just for the record, I don't watch those cartoony superhero.
Me neither.
I don't watch them.
Chad, did you come out like fully realized as?
I don't know.
Were you born as you are?
I don't know. All right, cool. It's time for the blind tasting. So I'm going to ask the guests to empty their glasses. You have the blind wine on the table. It's in that. What do I call it again?
Your sexy sleeve that's a little bit broken.
Yeah, the wetsuit that's all bound up.
Neoprene.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. So the idea here is that you're going to taste the wine, and then you're going to give us your emotional response to the wine. So
Emotional being the key word. Where are you? Who are you hanging out with? What music are you listening to?
Come on, Sean. That's for you. Take it musical.
You want me to jump right in right now?
No, you can take it. You can take a moment if you can take a moment.
Give me a moment to get the turntable warmed up here.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you one more.
Flipping through the vinyl, man.
We're gonna give you one more of the wine cipher while you're checking that out and getting your coming to grips with your emotions. We'll give you something a little more straight up and down. How about this one? Because this will be. Yeah, that's wild. How about this one? I got it. Okay, ruby red, medium persistence with garnet highlights. Spicy notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and fruit in alcohol. Fruit in alcohol. I think it's, I don't know if it should be hyphenated or not. Fruit dash in dash alcohol.
Like a maceration.
Like a maceration. Soft taste, good tannins, acidity complemented by the sweet notes coming from aging in wood. Intense aftertaste with spicy notes in the finish. Recommended to decant an hour before enjoying. Are we talking about a Carema Classico from Produttori di Carema, the Stagiaire Syrah from Carneros called Consistency and Chaos, the Chateau Kirwan Margaux, or the Alain Vosges Cornas Lachey? Those are our 4 options. Carema, Stagiaire Syrah, Chateau Kirwan, Alain Vosges Lachey Cornas. And again, the ruby red with medium persistence with garnet highlights, spicy notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and fruit and alcohol. Soft taste, good tannins, acidity complemented by the sweet notes coming from aging in wood. Intense aftertaste with spicy notes. Recommended to decant an hour.
Give the choices.
Go,
again.
Adam.
Yeah.
The choices are the Carema from Produttori di Carema, the Stagiaire Syrah from Carneros called Consistency and Chaos, the Chateau Kirwan from Margaux, or the Alain Vosges Cornas called Le Chai, the Stones, I think is what Chai, is that correct? French, anyone? Le Chai, I think it's Stones.
Everybody's looking at me.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to say Carnero Syrah.
Carnero Syrah, okay, from Stagiaire Wines.
Yeah.
Consistency and Chaos.
See, that was the one where I was like, probably not that, because the description seems so like cut and dry, but you're calling a wine consistency and chaos. And I feel like that the descriptor of a wine
Boy,
called
Mary, she
consistency
gets in
and
it, doesn't
chaos
she?
would like have a more vivid, like wild tasting note.
Yeah.
Was my thought.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point.
It is.
But I think that sometimes a name precedes the wine.
Fair.
Sometimes there's already the wine name exists. So
Yeah.
you don't always hit that.
Yeah.
So I'm staying with
No. I'm not trying to convince
Yeah.
you. I
Okay.
promise.
But whatever it is, you're
I'm
probably
working
right.
through my own thoughts.
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah, so the Carema, the Syrah, of course, the Kirwan Margaux, or the Cornas, Mary. Where do you want to go? From Elaine
I
Vosges.
kind of want to say the Morgon. I kind of want to say that guy.
You mean the Kirwan Margaux?
Margot. Yeah.
The Bordeaux.
Yeah.
The Bordeaux.
Very straightforward
Yeah. Okay.
fruit, alcohol, Bordeaux. Like
Yeah, that rings.
fruit in alcohol.
That rings true. I can see that. All right, cool. So we have one for the Stagiaire Syrah, one for the Kirwan, and Sean, what about you?
So last time, I think I dug way too deep into Gewürztraminer, only to find myself failing.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure it out, right? I was thinking like 4 moves ahead as opposed to just taking something at face value.
Yeah,
And-
this ain't chess. This is a talk show.
I was going to say, right? So this time around, I'm going to agree with Adam and take it at face value, because the one thing that stood out to me is it just really felt like it was a new world tasting note, and the other 3 are old world wines. So my gut tells me it's that Syrah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So before we reveal the answer, again, go back to your blind wine, because we're going to jump right into it here and close out the show with your emotional response to that wine. So I'm going to tell them right now. I just wanted to remind them that they have another job to do.
We're multitasking.
You're multitasking. The correct response for the tasting note was the Produttore di Carema.
Interesting.
Carema Classico, the Nebbiolo. Spicy, I think was the clue there.
Is Nebbiolo spicy though? Even more so than Syrah?
I think so. I mean, I don't think you can get...
It can be,
well,
but I wouldn't.
absent fruit. If you take...
Fair
I
enough.
think Syrah needs to have the fruit component.
Fair enough.
The boozy thing, that's I think what threw me off.
Alcohol
Yeah.
fruit
Yeah.
in alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a little strange, but climate change?
Right. I've heard of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Fake news.
Yeah. Why don't you lead them in for the tasting?
Okay, so now you've had a little moment with the liquid in your glass. Close your eyes. Let your imagination take you to a place and someone start talking.
It's 1999. I'm a freshman in high school. In the boys 112, we from the A. Hey, come sort of be a baby, we don't play. This is peaches and cream, dude. This is 112 peaches and cream to me. No peach, no cream in this thing?
What? I don't know. I haven't had
know
it, but
that-
what's
you don't know that
112
song?
peaches and cream now?
112, the band, the song Peaches.
112?
It was
What?
like iconic on the school bus, my Walkman, peaches and
Yeah,
cream.
this was
It
when
like-
he was in that time of like only listens to shit that no one else listens to.
I would contend at least somebody in this room knows that song. Anyways, it was like popular R&B hip hop during that time. But to me, this has some stone fruit. This has kind of a little sweet cream. It's got some viscosity to it, and I just wanted to make it fun and go straight with a song, peaches and cream.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're
I feel like
partying
I'm-
like it's 1999.
I'm on the...
damn right.
I'm going to go opposite end of the spectrum, but same flavor vibe. We'll call it that. This is in my grandma's like tiny carpeted kitchen.
Carpeted kitchen.
Carpeted kitchen.
I've never seen that.
don't-
What?
I don't. Yeah.
Wow.
Like with some patterns in it?
Yeah. It was
Pattern
blue.
carpet?
It was a blue carpet with tiny pink and white floral patterns in it in the kitchen. Don't ask me why.
No, I
the house
love
was renovated in the like late 80s, early 90s, I think, and that's when the carpet came in. But like
Oh, in the 90s?
late
90s
80s,
carpet?
late 80s, I think late 80s, early 90s is when yeah.
Let's not dwell on the carpet.
Yeah, that's fine. But in a tiny carpeted
It's
kitchen
strange, but
with making like a pie crust and making a crumbly fruit pie, and that's the kind of the peachy and the stone fruity. That's the vibe of being in that really cozy up north kitchen space baking a peach pie. But for some reason, but the soft carpeted floors underneath your feet, you know?
Oh, this was a cozy cabin up north?
Yeah, my parents lived north of Grand Rapids.
It wasn't
so
a dirty old man like the last time.
No, I wasn't going there. I was just like...
sweet old grandma.
In an up north cabin,
Yeah.
anything is possible.
Yeah.
This is the point. They just slap them together.
It's really concerned about the carpet.
I know. I was...
I mean-
I'm like, what? I've never seen a carpeted kitchen.
It never felt weird as a kid, and then you grow up and you're like, why was there carpet in the kitchen?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have up north carpeted cabin that's cozy. Your grandmother's place. We have what is it called? Peaches and
112
cream.
peaches and cream. Put it on your playlist. We're listening to it at the after party.
I got it queued up here. I'm gonna get it.
You want to get
first
some?
song.
You want to get some? You want to get your toe stepping, man? You got to put on some 112
All right.
from 98. Dude.
Don't-
Come on now.
120. Okay.
112.
112.
son.
Sorry, I can't even count.
I
got it. I
he's
got it.
pretending
I
not
got
to
it.
agree with me
I
because he
got
knows
it.
he secretly loves that
I
song.
got it. Yeah, maybe I do. Adam, where are you on this one? What's your emotional response to this blind wine?
I've never seen anybody work so hard on the day off as Sean.
It's in my Polish DNA,
I love
man.
it,
We don't know
man.
how to
You're
stop.
The year is 1979,
All right.
and I am at JCC Day Camp,
Oh, excellent.
and my hair looks like Al Franken, SNL late 70s era, big floppy curls. Later to find out they wouldn't be around forever, unfortunately. But
No, you missed your curls.
I miss my curls.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, this reminds me of campfire and apples and honey. Apples and honey is sort of this treat you have at Rosh Hashanah, which is the high holy day. And so you have dip apples and honey, and this is really evocative of that. Plus campfire, so open campfire.
I like it.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Excellent. All right, who feels like...
It is definitely. I'm sorry.
No, you were going to have a talk about it. Let's
No, I was gonna say I just tasted it again, and it definitely is all those things. It is apples and honey. It's the peaches, and it's a little creamy. I don't know if it's up north cabin, but just kidding.
It's fine.
Let's find out what it is.
Let's find
Who
out what
wants
it is.
Yeah,
I'm
who wants
curious.
a disrobe? What's the word? Disrobe? Unrobe?
Take off the masking tape.
Take okay.
Untape.
Defrock. Who's gonna defrock it?
Oh, dear Lord.
I'm sorry.
That
I bet most of the
Batic
people are not
Vipava?
familiar with this. Yeah.
Batic Vipava 2016.
Vipava. So that's
Dry white
Vipava
wine.
is Slovenian or Croatian?
Slovenia, and it's Malvasia
Oh.
from 2016, right? You said?
Yep, 2016.
And
What a cool bottle of wine.
14%
actually,
alcohol.
you helped me bring that pallet in. This is a Dancing Ranger from a bajillion years ago. Actually, I wouldn't have brought it out, but Steve texted me the other day, and he opened a bottle. It was when we first got it. It was drinking really hot and really kind of not well. And he opened a bottle Friday, and he was like, he texted me, and he was like, "It's so fucking good right now." And so I knew that I had a bottle left, and I thought, okay, well, this is the moment to bring it out.
Yeah.
It's I was thinking it was going to be like a yellow wine or on the nose. Just the first blush, I was like, oh, it's got that like floor quality to it. But, it's not obviously.
Yeah, it was somewhere in between like floor, but also, I mean, it's a lot of cereal, like you
Yeah.
know, like grainy. Like
Interesting.
I was thinking, it felt kind of oxidized, you know, but
Well, which makes sense, right? I mean,
Vipava, I don't know.
if you think about the region in which it's made, I mean, we're talking kind of ancient old ass. Yeah. Well, you should go. You should actually go visit these guys when you're up there,
Yeah, I'll see where they are.
because they're right across the border. Like, you can go from Friuli to them and
Yeah.
and check them out. But
Okay.
I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, look at that. Good.
And yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well
Cool.
done.
Thanks for
everybody.
sharing.
Do you want to give
Yeah.
a final score update, and we'll say our thanks to these good people for spending their Sunday afternoon with us. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
You did. It's
Yeah,
great.
thank you. Don't clap yet. The scores are coming in. Don't clap.
Everybody knows Mary won, man. Everybody knows Mary won.
Nah.
I don't know. Grandma's carpeted kitchen. I don't know.
I know. I got.
That could
I
be a
lost
winner.
points for
Good.
that.
No, that could be a winner.
Specificity's good.
Seems like I lost points.
Man, it might be close. Chrissy's over here tallying them up pretty tight, giving some real thought to it. Her brow was furrowed.
It was furrowed, but I think that's also my natural state, like furrowed brow. Okay, Mary, you did win.
Hey!
You won by 20 points.
Okay, I'll take it.
Adam was in a really close second because, like, you guys all lost points on the last cipher one because
Yes.
which I don't usually
Yeah.
negative points, but I felt sassy at that moment.
That's
so
fine.
You
Whoa.
got negative points. And Sean, you were at just a close third place by like 50 points.
I tried.
Oh, you did great. And you actually won the last round of high points because you sang.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to hear that.
No, I definitely, yeah. I'm like a big fan of anyone who's just going to bust out a song. Like,
All right.
Who cares? You know,
Noted.
No judgment here. All right. Well, thank you all very much. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. And thanks again for coming.
Cool.
Thank you.